Dr. Asim Yusuf, Chairman Imran Khan's personal physician, was finally granted permission to examine Chairman, the former Prime Minister's health. Dr. Asim has stated Mr. Khan's health is good, despite the inhumane condition he's being held under. Dr. Asim has said Imran Khan has shed some excess weight, but he's having digestive issues. The jail authorities have refused to allow home-cooked meals, which is a basic right provided under BAC.
I was fortunate today to be given permission after trying for several weeks to see Mr. Imran Khan in prison today. Accompanied by some members of his legal team, I visited him at about 12:30 this afternoon at the Adiala jail in Rawalpindi. My first impression when I saw him was that he looked very well. Both mentally and physically, he seemed to be in high spirits and in good general health. I talked to him about his health, his diet, his general condition. He had some minor digestive issues. He felt that these were probably related to the change in the diet that he was getting in prison. He pointed out that the food was perfectly adequate and suitable, but obviously it's being given to him at set times as per the routines in the prison, and those times are probably not the same times that he would normally eat at home. He felt that this was giving him a little indigestion and a few other minor digestive tract issues. I then proceeded to examine him. The jail authorities provided me with the necessary instruments and equipment, a blood pressure apparatus, a stethoscope, a pulse oximeter, and so on. And I was accompanied during the examination by his official doctor who's resident and works in the prison. On general physical examination, he looked overall to be in good health. His skin color was good. He had shaved in the morning. We had heard stories in the press and elsewhere that he wasn't shaving and that he'd grown a long beard. This was not true. His mobility seemed to be intact and he seemed to be in very good spirits. I checked his heart rate and it was 47 beats per minute, which many of you will know is quite low. But many of you will also know that people with a long history of regular physical exercise, and particularly professional athletes, often have a very low resting heart rate. And the fact that his heart rate is still 47 at this age is testimony to his lifelong exercise regime and his overall physical fitness. His blood pressure today was 110/70, which again is very good for a man of his age and testament to a strong heart and cardiovascular system. His oxygen saturation on room air was 99%, which again shows good gas exchange and normally functioning lungs. I also listened to his chest and listened to his heart using a stethoscope, and these both appeared to be functioning normally. As I've said, his muscle tone and muscle mass appeared to be intact and normal. He had put on some weight over the past year following his bullet injury at the end of 2022 through enforced inactivity for some time and obviously being cooped up at home, which undoubtedly led to some reduction in his overall physical activity and his ability to exercise. So he has managed to lose some of that excess weight that he had gained, but other than that, his muscle tone and muscle bulk appeared to be completely normal to my examination. I've been his doctor for over 20 years now, so I have examined him on a number of occasions, and I found no other causes for concern. I recommended some changes to his treatment for his gastrointestinal issues, and I also recommended a few relatively routine and straightforward tests which would help in deciding whether he needed any further medication for his stomach issues. I have written a full report for the jail authorities and left that with them, and I have also recommended that he must be reviewed by one of his team of personal physicians within the next 2 weeks to see what the response has been to the medication that has been suggested today, and also to see to check the results of the tests that we've ordered and to see if any further treatment is required in light of those results. I would like to thank Khan Sahab's legal team, without whose ongoing and strenuous efforts I don't think this visit would have been possible. And I'd also like to point out that the jail authorities were very professional and very courteous throughout, as was the doctor who accompanied me during the examination. So I'd like to thank all of them as well. Thank you.
Pakistan's interim government has said it will not budge on the repatriation of Afghan migrants, despite it being illegal. The interim government had earlier this month ordered all illegal immigrants, including 1.73 million Afghan nationals, to leave the country or face expulsion. In the Sindh province, the caretaker government has decided to set up housing facilities in Karachi and Sakar to lodge illegal Afghan immigrants before their deportation. Rights activists have condemned these moves and called it akin to illegal camps. Former Prime Minister Imran Khan had vowed to give rights under Pakistani law to all Afghan origin immigrants who were born in Pakistan. The Pakistani Tehreek-e-Insaf, Imran Khan's party, led widespread protest in solidarity with the people of Palestine on Friday throughout the country. Despite threats of arrest from Pakistan's law enforcement apparatus, Pakistanis took to the street in several parts of the country today to protest Israel's siege and fierce bombing on the Gaza Strip, demanding an end to the oppression of the Palestinian people. Former members of parliament attended the rallies and repeated Chairman Imran Khan's stance, calling for an end to the Israeli occupation. In Lahore and Islamabad, the cruel fascist state police cracked down PTI workers and refused to allow any public gathering for Palestine by the country's largest political party. Outside of the Lahore Press Club, police unlawfully arrested PTI workers. Amnesty International has condemned Israel's use of white phosphorus bombs. In a statement, the human rights agency says, "We have verified that the Israeli military units striking Gaza are equipped with white phosphorus artillery shells. We are investigating what appears to be Israel's use of white phosphorus in Gaza, including a raid near a hotel in the city. The Israeli authorities must immediately restore electricity in the Gaza and lift the illegal siege on the Strip for 16 years. Collective punishment of civilians in Gaza is inhumane and amounts to a war crime." Videos of white phosphorus munitions allegedly deployed in Gaza have been circulating online for several days. Israel has killed hundreds, including children, in their brutal bombardment of Gaza.